Hey GIS enthusiasts! Welcome back to another ArcGIS Pro tutorial. In this video, we'll dive into Model Builder in ArcGIS Pro and learn how to automate raster processing workflows effortlessly. Rocket. You'll learn how to create a model in Model Builder, add raster processing tools like Clip, Reclassify, and Mosaic, automate workflows to save time and reduce errors, export and share models for reuse. If you love GIS, automation, and spatial analysis, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more ArcGIS Pro, Python, and GIS programming tutorials.
And as this you have your model builder. Okay, so this is the model builder where you can actually create your own. Okay, you can use model builder to one thing, you can automate the tools. So all the tools that you have in your ArcGIS, you can just like connect them one after the other, so that it will just run in that order. Okay, so you don't need to run each and every tool. You just need to connect all the tools and just run, and all the tools that you have connected will be running by one, followed by each other. Okay, other thing is like you could create your own custom tool using model builder. Okay, so the custom tool I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, so how you can just use a model builder is, okay, so in here you have the model builder window. Okay, over this space you will be adding your tools one by one. Okay, you have the save button, you have the auto save, all those things, and you can export your tool to a Python file, or you can send it to a Python window. Okay, or you can just save it as an image over here. Okay, you have the auto layout where you can just format how it is shown in this auto layout. Fit to window, you can just fit it. Okay, you can validate, run, and then stop it, and grouping, ungroup, and iterators, utilities, all those you have here. Okay, and okay, so for example, I have, okay, so we did the raster processing. Okay, so we did the first, we composite the bands, and then the composite bands we mosaic them, and the mosaic bands we used for clipping. Okay, so instead of running one by one, I could just do it at once at a single click using model builder. Okay, so if you see, okay, in here you have the tools. Okay, if you search for composite bands tool, I have the bands here. You could just drag and drop, and that band has been added here. Okay, so we have one composite bands tool added. Okay, so I'll be doing two composite bands, so I'll need one more composite bands. Okay, so if you, okay, also you have the select. Okay, so you can just select these things using the select tool. So if you just want to move all those things, you can use the pan. Okay, so I have two composite bands. So for the, if you double click the first composite band, I'll get the parameters. Okay, in here I'll be setting my input images. So all the data, all the images that I had created. Let me see the raster answer to you. Okay, I'll do the first. Okay, I'll only select these three bands. What happened this one? Data, raster, and answer to you. Okay, I'll just select these bands. So those bands have been added, and I'll just click OK. Okay, so those three have been added here. So the next, I'll be adding my next set of bands. So I'll be clicking. I'll just select the raster bands from here. Okay, the next set of bands. So I'll just go over and I'll set the next set of bands. Okay, so 234. Okay, so those are bands have been added. Okay, so now you can see the input are the blue, the yellow are uh, the yellow is the tool, and the green is the output. Okay, so we have two outputs here. So these two are the bands that are the composited bands. Okay, and now if I click on auto layout, it has been formatted successfully. Okay, now these two images I'll need to create a mosaic image. Okay, so I'll select the mosaic to new raster tool in here. Okay, mosaic to new raster, and it is added here, I guess. Okay, so mosaic to new raster is created here. Okay, now I need to join these two mosaic images so that that will be created into a mosaic data. Okay, so I can just click on this and select the arrow and connect it to the my mosaic to new raster, and it will be given as my input raster. Okay, so the input raster will be given a mosaic. This one also I'll give as a input raster. Okay, but now you can see that it's not colored yet, right? It's still in black and white, which means that there are still some parameters that needs to be given. Okay, so if you set your mouse here, you have another set of parameters that needs to be given. So only if you give the whole set of parameters, it will come to a color. Okay, so click on mosaic in your raster. You can see there are some things that need to be given. So output location you need to give. So I'll just give the okay, just give output location, and I'll just give the name. Say one.if, 1.2.if. Even that is also there. Okay, say 2.if. Okay, now the next thing that is like important is number of bands. Okay, so number of bands I have only given 3 bands here, and yeah, so that's all that is created here. Now if I click on OK, okay, so it's been added. Okay, so now if I want to clip this, I can just use the clip tool also. So if I want to do the clip tool, you can use the clip tool, and I can add them here. Okay, so this is basically how you add it. So you'll just connect your output to the other tool, connect your output to other tool, and you'll just go on and on and on. Okay, so for these two tools, I had the outputs this one. So those two outputs I'll be connected to this tool. So with this output, I can connect to other tool so that it will go on and on, and then it will be added. Okay. Another thing is like if you right click the output, you can set the add to display. Okay, so if you click on add to display, it's been enabled add to display. This one also I'll add to display. So which means that after this tool is run, the output will be added to your contents and in your map. Okay, this mosaic also I'll just click on add to display. Okay, now I can just select, so click on if it's valid, it's been validated, and I'll just run this. Okay, so now you see that the first composite band tool is running now. Okay, and you can also see the things that are given here. Okay, so it's creating, or it is actually compositing or like layer stacking all these 3 bands. Right now, this with the first composite band tool is running. You can see processing 1 out of 3. So we have total 3 tools. Okay, so after that is done, the second composite band. So since I have enabled add to display, after this is done, it's been added to my display here. Okay, so now the process 2 of 3 is running. That is my second tool. That is the second composite band. Okay, so that one is also been done. Now it's running the mosaic to new raster. So it's going one by one, right? So this tool run, and those two outputs went to the mosaic to new raster, and now this tool is being run. And since I had enabled the add to display, it's been added to my display here. And yeah, and it has been done. And if you click on close on completion, it would have closed. I will just close it. And if I go to my map, like you can see that it's been completed, right? So it has actually created and composited the images and created the mosaic image also. Okay, so that is how you can just create your own custom. It's not